This is Bosnia, a transit country for migrants. But the European Union's external border is closed. Thousands of migrants cannot move on from here. Many of them sleep in abandoned buildings, makeshift tents, and even in old freight wagons, like here on the outskirts of the city of Tuzla.
Temperatures are way below zero here. Hundreds of people, like Salman and his brothers, are sleeping rough without heating in the middle of winter. Temperatures can easily drop to minus 10 degrees. Why are these people not being moved to emergency shelters? We take a look at the migrant conditions across Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Sleeping inside old wagon, okay? Life is no good here. Our big mistake we come in Bosnia, our big mistake.
Our friendly chat is interrupted by a migrant shouting and wielding a knife. We decide to leave. In the morning, Salman explains that some of his fellow travellers developed mental health problems on their journey from Pakistan to Bosnia. Middle-class families saved thousands of euros to send their sons to Europe, but now they are stranded, halfway, no way forward, no way back, crushed by the guilt of having failed their families back home.
Too much cold here. Every day snow, okay? Too much difficult, no good life here. Yeah, because see there.
The local authorities refuse to open a migrant camp in the Tuzla region, but the city remains an important transit zone between Serbia and Croatia. NGOs such as Emmaus have stepped in and offer migrants a place to get warm. Many are economic migrants from Pakistan and North Africa, like this group from Algeria. It's not Brahim Radi or his friends' first attempt to reach the EU.
A Croatian border guard broke my tooth with a truncheon. He hit my mouth with it and my tooth broke just here. Others have lost eyes or had their ribs broken. Look, his ear was hit with a truncheon.
At Emmaus, the migrants can take a shower and get clean clothes. Desneta is a young lawyer. She manages the place.
The problem of violence on the Croatian-Bosnian border has to be stopped. These people don't want to stay here. A solution must be found so that they can leave Bosnia and head towards Europe.
We head to the Lipa camp in western Bosnia. It burnt down at Christmas. But who set the fire? The investigation is still ongoing. The Lipa camp was set up for the summer. Local authorities have failed to make it suitable for winter. The International Organization for Migration realized this and pulled out its field operations here. The Bosnian government found another location, but local protests made the transfer impossible. To stop people freezing, the military provided heated tents.
We are going to 2 kilometers far for drinking water. They give me 3 bottles waters in one day for 33 to 45 people.
Right now, there are around 9,000 migrants in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The EU ambassador in Sarajevo told us that it shouldn't be a difficult task to find shelter for them, and he has repeatedly urged the authorities to speed up action.
Everybody is coming from the camp to this spring to take shower because there is no hot water. So is this the proper accommodation? You can see this. All these immigrants are coming and they are taking shower right here. I'm requesting to EU to take and to do a serious action about these immigrants, to do something for them.
We head to Bihać, close to the Croatian border. There are around 60 squats in the city. The International Organization for Migration delivers food to them. Every year, the EU channels around 20 million euros to Bosnia-Herzegovina for migration management, but dysfunctional state structures often get in the way. Decisions by the federal government can be blocked by local authorities. Some regions in Bosnia and Herzegovina refuse to take on any of the burdens linked to sheltering migrants.
situation is dire, serious, and these people are in need of basic living conditions. As you can see in here, we have 120 people, but we also have the other some 1,000 people in the whole region, squatting in the places and buildings like this one that is behind me.
Anush calls himself an Azeri Iranian. He says he is politically persecuted in his home country of Iran. After a long journey with his friend Milad, he finally arrived at an abandoned old people's home in Bihać.
From 3 years ago, I'm starting my journey from Iran to here. Border is closed, but what can we do? Maybe help from, I don't know, some friends, smugglers, I don't know, pay money.
This is Bira, a former fridge-making factory. Until last September, it was used as a temporary camp to host 2,000 migrants. But locals were upset by an increase in burglaries, and that's not all. Saeed invites us into his backyard, adjacent to the former Bira camp. He experienced quite a traumatic event whilst tending to his garden.
5 migrants came here into my garden, and one of them had a long knife and he attacked me. Luckily, the knife did not go into my stomach, just through my clothing. I stepped back and picked up a pitchfork that was lying around, and I hit the migrant who was trying to stab me. I told him to drop the knife.
We went to talk to the Prime Minister of the Una Sanan canton, where Bihać is located. A high-ranking diplomat told us that he is a man who was ready to let migrants freeze to death. The Prime Minister justifies his tough anti-migrant stance because of alleged security concerns and high numbers of crimes committed by migrants.
What we are talking about when you are saying we have 3,000 crimes.
In the Una Sanan canton, there are constant brawls between Pashtuns and Hazaras, between Shiites and Sunnis. Over the last 3 years, those migrants have committed over 3,200 offences. Among those crimes are rapes, migrant killings, and also several murder attempts on our citizens. They commit arson and break into private homes. All the migrants walking around our city should be deported. They are here illegally.
No camp billboards were put up around the entrance of the Bira camp. Angry locals oppose reopening the fully equipped site. But we managed to get exclusive access. In April of last year, Bihać experienced a major brawl among rival migrant groups. 450 people were involved. In September, the camp was closed, but the entire infrastructure is still here. To solve the urgent problem of migrants sleeping outside in the middle of winter, the EU suggested reopening the facility. But local decision-makers vetoed that. Natasha, a manager with the International Organization for Migration, regrets the deadlock.
The space can be used in the next 24 hours. It's ready. We have a total of 250 accommodation units, and each accommodation unit can accommodate 6 people in there, so it's giving us the number of 1,500 people that can be accommodated in this camp.
On our way out of Bosnia, we transit through Istanbul airport. We see some passengers accompanied by IOM staff, assisting voluntary returnees with logistics and plane tickets. Last year, the organisation helped 303 stranded migrants to find a way back home.